right. Oh, we're almost done with that. So I have intro music now. The coffee warming music. Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. What's happening, everyone? What's happening? That is intro music courtesy of Pippi. So give Pippi a thumbs up and the thumbs up. It's a beautiful cloudless, bright, perfect day in Colorado. Top Feed Coco, what's happening? What's going on? No, I have not watched the Andy Roy thing. I have not. Unseasonably warm in Colorado. We're all gonna die. You know why it is because I'm not using the camera. I'm just using the thing on the computer. I don't know. That's what's up with the quality. So it's funny. Banff National Park. Nice. Good for you. I'd like to be up in Banff. Government Holocaust. Brett Mongoloid. Government Holocaust here. It's funny. I had I don't know, video conference with some YouTube people this morning. It kind of depressed me. So like a lot of people, all right. That's what I'm here to talk about this morning. Really, is the state of the nation, the state of the YouTube nation. So I've been, I think we've been doing this thing here where like I've been kind of struggling to figure out how to do this, the interface with the monetary realities and viewers and channel memberships and all of that stuff. So we're gonna talk about the thing no one ever wants to talk about is the exchange thing here on the deal, the energetic exchange, dude, the value for value model. So I had at this conference with the people over at YouTube about channel memberships, right? The big channel membership snafu. And it's funny because I was just about to go into my settings and disable the whole membership thing. Because part of the problem with the membership thing is I like it for a certain aspect because we did it to take care of the kind of troll thing sometimes. But then I always feel like I'm not fulfilling my obligation, like on the membership thing. And I know most people don't care. They're members just to support the channel. And so I'm talking with the gal from YouTube today who called me about the membership thing. And I was like, look, dude, the membership thing actually hurts my channel. So look, this is where all of these, let's talk. None of the Patreons, channel memberships. It's funny, people call me a sellout for like when I go to the membership thing. In fact, it financially hurts me to do it. In fact, it's actually a financial negative. If we're talking about me on the other side of the thing, if I'm all about the money thing, it actually hurts me, right? So Patreon doesn't work. The membership thing doesn't really work. And I'll give you the reason why. And I was trying to explain it to the gal. And it wasn't why she was calling me. It was basically like a sales call from YouTube. Like, hey, we want to, you can do all this to get your channel membership thing to boom. And I'm like, dude, so this is the model that Patreon, channel membership, and all this stuff is trying to invoke. The content you put out that I just generally put out isn't worth anything. So you're going to go and make extra content and essentially charge people for it. At the end of the day, that they can gloss it up any way you want. She's like, we're not suggesting, this isn't about putting a paywall between you and your people. And I go, that's exactly what it is. And I was explaining to her that half the reason we'd ever done the membership thing was because of the trolls and trying to keep our stream relatively like intact on a certain level. And so this is, and I talked to her about it because who knows, I could probably get my channel deleted today after this conversation I had with this gal. Because I know I'm not talking to her. I'm now talking to the next rung of people that overview these conversations. Is what's going on is YouTube's deliberately allowing the waters to get muddied. YouTube's allowing the trolls to run amok in the YouTube universe to force us into the clear water of the pay-to-play system. Because what's gone on is due to YouTube censorship, their ad revenue is dropped because the social justice warriors have put so much pressure on corporations not to advertise on people's content that they're demonetizing channels, which is causing the algorithm to go sideways, which is causing people to see. I don't fear demonetization on like a financial level because I don't, like, in case you don't know, like, I don't make it, like, the money on YouTube is nothing. If this was about, my YouTube channel was about me making money. So I make money off of you. And what I mean is by this is you support the channel. It enables me the freedom to go around and do what I do on my thing and sit here at 9:50 in the morning and talk to you about the nuts and bolts of the thing. So Christopher, cool. Thank you. So part of my thing is at the end of the day, and I've struggled with this too, is the only real way to truly support this channel. And I want to say, like, the greatest support, and I gotta open with this, the best support I get from this channel is people sending me nice emails and nice people taking the time to write me a nice message. That's the most powerful thing you can do. I talk about the real energy is the energy that is the nicest thing. That's the most rewarding thing you can do. And there's people that have financially supported this channel's benefactors and all that kind of stuff. And so I struggle with it that's why I sell my art very like affordable, because I'm trying to figure out a way to like sustain myself. Here's some nothing. Thank you, Joe Martinez. And so what I'm getting on is this. And like there's a full model. I'm kind of all over the map because this is sort of it's kind of like at one level, dude, like you want to stay above the fray, but on another level, there's a realistic aspect of it all too. So part of the model is that if you don't ask, you don't receive, right? You got to ask for what you want. And I remember when I first struggled with that thing, the first time that I actually opened my mouth and said, hey, if you want to support what I'm doing, here's a way to do it. And, lo and behold, people like supported my venture. And it was that trip I took up to Big Sur in Santa Cruz, right before I left to Chile. And my friend Jason Allen, who's on the thing here, is he's one of those kind of dudes, and he's always like, you know, like these are the how you kind of do this thing. And there's a whole book about it called something jab jab, right? And it basically says that people want to contribute and people want to participate. And the easiest way for people to participate in our weird society is like, let me put some money in the tank, right? And they're like, people want to be reminded of this subliminally. And so, but it bumps into this weird thing of it's just weird, which it's not, because like in that sense. So anyway, getting back to the YouTube people. So yeah, it's so I listen to this podcast, No Agenda, right? And their whole thing is, I got to get it right here, the value for value model. And this is the only way any of these platforms are going to work, financially speaking, unless you're PewDiePie or one of these people that the algorithm loves, and they're getting pockets full of filthy lucre, right? And because the one thing I've done before I get into it is I've stuck to my guns. I've been doing YouTube for almost 9 years, and I've pretty much stayed true to myself. You know, my personal view of the world's changed and life's changed, but I have never truly, I've even made joke videos about selling out content wise. So I've stayed pretty true to myself. I have never had an advertiser because I've tried, but you know, it just never works out, man. Because again, the model isn't here, we're going to pay you to make some content. It's like, here, get your crowd to buy our stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm not a salesman. It's not what this is about for me. I'm not here to pitch products, dude. Like, pitch products. I'll hype products. I'll tell you what I use. I'll hype Lego all day long just because we love Lego here. You know what I mean? No one's paying me to do Lego. In fact, but people send me Lego. So, you know, Twitty and Rick, thank you very much. And so what I'm getting at is, because this is something that's more troubling than I think most people understand on the other side of the YouTube experience. And the writing's on the wall. YouTube's going to turn it into a pay-to-play system. And so basically, in order to pay to play, what they're trying to do is to get content creators to make like a secret universe. And I'm not down with that. And I straight up told them that, like, in no uncertain terms. Like, that's why I'm going to turn off the membership thing this afternoon, because, like, on pure protest level alone, I'm going to turn that off, because what they want, and this is what YouTube's going to do, and what they want to do, they're going to basically make it like they're going to let the trolls run amok, and they're going to try to get us content creators to build another little realm that you have to pay to get into. They're basically asking me to have another YouTube job. Like, it's funny. I've had so many of these meetings with these people, and it's always like, we want you to do more work so we can make money off you. And that's what I straight up told this gal today on the YouTube thing. I was like, look, man, like, why am I going to do more work and deny my people a whole level of content? I'm going to make a tiered reality. Like when people get all uptight with me, like, the one thing that I won't do is make a little secret world of content. I can't. It's just not who I am. It's like I can't. And I've thought about it. I've sat here and been like, I'm going to make better like I do what I do, dude. I just do me. I'm just doing me. Sometimes I get crazy and try to edit a video. Other times I sit here and babble. Sometimes I just like to sit in my car and talk about what's going on in my head, man. So for me, the whole concept they're trying to push me to you is like, okay, look, dude, I need all you people to join my membership. And in the membership, there's going to be a hidden world of illusion content that the rest of the world doesn't get to see. So what what that model does is it makes either the content that I'm putting out to the general population less valuable than the content I'm giving you on the backside, right? So you've paid your $5 a month or whatever it is to have secret content. Well, so I'm gonna have to go. So my whole model for I've been doing YouTube 9 years, right? My whole model's been I've been doing what I do. So all of a sudden, either I'm gonna make lame content for the people, the general population, to just do my baseline stuff in the private world of membership, or I'm gonna reinvent myself in membershipville and like make super special content. But I'm gonna deny that to all the people that have been here since Jump Street. So that model's not gonna work for me. And I straight up told that stuff. I go, YouTube doesn't want to clean up the trolls. Like I'm sorry, YouTube has the ability to clean up the trolls. I shouldn't have to have my own moderators. There's no reason I should have to enlist you guys to police the comment things when the YouTube algorithm will demonetize this video right now if I say certain things. If I begin to talk about certain things, it'll pick that up and demonetize it. So that same technology can read real time what you're typing and just delete your channel or your avatar, whatever it is, if you say whatever it is. You get what I'm saying? It's a con job. This and it's the electronic gulag mentality. So I'm not joining their thing. And this is the thing is it truly is. So you as a viewer, like I'm a YouTube guy. I don't watch television or Netflix or any. I have my YouTube things I like to participate in. I'm not paying 50 different channels to get private content. No. So like so it's the scam, right? So all right, this is what I'm talking about. The other day, we like the Lego world got into Star Wars, right? Like Star Wars. And we were sitting there with Owl and we're like, do you want to watch Star Wars? And we showed him the little trailer for Star Wars to see if he was like ready for it, you know? And he's like, yeah, I want to watch it. You can't get Star Wars, like the New Hope, the 1977 version, without paying $20 on top of already being inside of some pay service. So in order to get content nowadays, let's say if you're in the real world, you've got to pay for Netflix, Hulu, Amazon thing, and then within there, you got to pay again. So that's not, we're just ignoring it. Don't worry, Zach. That's what this is what this is really about, what we're talking about, man, is we're ignoring it. But the only way to ignore it is to know what to ignore. So you can't rent the Star Wars New Hope. I would have paid the $3.99 to rent it to sit there for the afternoon. So in order to watch Star Wars, which at this point they should be included in baseline stuff, you can't. $20 bare minimum forced purchase of Star Wars The New Hope, dude. So in order to get the whole trilogy, it's like $60. Like what? I think when that came out on VHS, dude, it was, adjusted ratio inflation stuff was probably $30 for today's money. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that the whole mechanism they're going to design, and you got to be wary of as a viewer on YouTube, is the sellout is this. Like, this is where I have my integrity, man, and where I can look at anyone who wants to call me a sellout and say kick rocks, dude. I'll just delete you. Is if your YouTube people are going to start putting their content behind a paywall, it's disrespectful. I'll never do that. I'll never put my content behind a paywall. So I had done the membership thing strictly to kind of police the chats a little bit. So I guess what sort of bummed me out about the whole thing is the thing that I told this, the thing that makes YouTube great is baseline creators, man. The wonky stuff, dude. And now it's yeah. I on a level, dude, buy my art, buy my t-shirts, dude, put some money in the tank. That's of course. But at the end of the day, I'm making content regardless. Like, regardless of whether you do any of that, I'm just going to go out and make my content anyhow, because that's what I've been doing. I never got into YouTube to make money. I never got into YouTube to figure out how to put one over on the system. But yeah, it's at the thing of like, sure. It's funny because I was thinking about it, is like my content kind of someone got on me super hard the other day, and one of the things about like, you're fake positive, dude. Like, you're really a negative person. And I'm like, I kind of took it into the lab for a little bit, and I was like, I don't hide that. I don't hide that that's my struggle. That's the whole premise of this channel, is a dude's daily struggle to overcome the negativity of the reality that I may experience and try to remain positive in spite of my own brain, dude. And for me, that's what YouTube's always been. Like, let's be clear. I made this YouTube channel because my bro died drunk on a motorcycle, and I didn't know what to do. And that's this. So this whole YouTube thing came from a negative experience, and I've turned it into something positive. And it's funny because people view negativity as this way. It's not. See, and that's where like I disagree with the new model of what's negative. To make fun of a politician or talk about the situation of the world is viewed as negative. No, that's not what negative is to me, dude. Negative to me is pretending I don't suffer from depression, though I'm predisposed to be depressed, and I'm not going to talk about it. For the first 7 years of my YouTube reality, so I can look back. So it was me not addressing one of the fundamental problems inside of my brain, was my depression and my mental illness. Yeah, I've dealt with my alcoholism, but part of my alcoholism was this thing. And so when I get into like, what am I doing here on YouTube, man? You know, I'm living my life. Like, that's what I'm doing. And so the value for value model says this, to get to this thing. It says, and this is the value for value model, courtesy of the guys at No Agenda, is this. When you're here, you invest your time. You're investing your time to sit here with me right now and listen to this live stream or watch a video or send me an email or do whatever it is you do. That investment of your time is worth something to you, right? In the sense of like, well, you do this, this, and that, and it might be worth just an email. Hey, bro, like, dude, like I'm in college, or I'm in high school. You're helping me out. Let me just send you an email. That's what I'm saying. The most valuable things I've ever received are emails from young people saying that like I've helped them through the struggles of high school, like, or get over alcoholism or whatever it may be. And then there's the, hey, like your content to me is worth $1. Okay, I'm going to give you $1. I've gotten one of the hottest PayPals I ever got was for 35 cents from some kid. So I just, boom, I'm like, all right. And then, other times people put money in the thing that are relatively big dollars, dude. And then other people email. But they find a value for what I'm doing. And I'll tell you what, for those who are like, where is it? You want to know when the big dollars, I'll just sit here and start talking about Christianity, man. That's when actually the money rolls in on the Top Chat stream, and then there's the whole slinging your t-shirts. Like there's the t-shirt link down below. But so what I'm getting at is, so I'm talking to this chick at YouTube, man, and I'm talking to her, and I'm realizing that due to the nature of like we don't have anywhere else to go, we're gonna get hijacked here. And I've gone and checked out other sites, other streaming sites and all that stuff, dude. BitChute and all this stuff. Everyone's like, you gotta like diversify. I'm like, dude, I'm in it. I'm going down with the ship, dude. I'm not switching over all my stuff over to BitChute or whatever the new thing is we as content creators need to stand up for ourselves. And it's not joining that. There was that thing where they were trying to start the union, like the content creators union or something. That's not it. It's really just the thing of like, we got to get ready to fund ourselves in that sense. And people are doing it. So this is not what it's about. This is about it's not about me, so to speak. This is about like our experience here on the thing is like, so where I've gone. So like, let's be super clear. When you put $1 into the Top Chat, let's say you put $1 into it, YouTube takes 30 cents, right? So YouTube takes 30 cents. So in my brain, this is how it works. I go, that's fair. I don't have a problem with that. I go, YouTube's got, dude, the technology that we get access to is I was thinking about it the other day, it's pretty wild. It's worth 30% of $1 because I have, what do I got? Almost 2,000 videos now stored somewhere. That's stored somewhere. I don't know where. There's some sort of like building somewhere with all this content that's accessible to all of you people. And but people, I don't know if you know, but like I can go in and edit videos inside of the YouTube thing, which blows I don't get how that works. Like that to me is like pretty radical how that all works. Like, am I editing in my computer? Or am I editing in some server off on the other side of the planet? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So there's a part of it that impresses me. So I know, like, do you know that, like, I don't think people know that YouTube loses money. So why are they losing money? Because it's really about them capturing all of our data. and all of our video content and whatever. And I'm cool with that. Like, fine, man. You want to capture it? Good. Be my storehouse. Rather it be this than iCloud, but it's all the same cloud, dude. Let's be clear about it. So I don't have a problem with them taking their 30% on, which is exorbitant rate. If I was to go down to Los Angeles and get an agent, they're not gonna. They take 10, I think, maybe. Real estate guys get 3, you know. So their rate is astronomical. But I will give it to them for providing the hardware, if you will, or the software, whatever the heck it is, for the program, the whatever this thing is. I will give them a cut of the action for that. Where I bump into the whole thing with these people is this. They're not helping us. They're not helping us. That's what I told the gal. I go, it's funny, I've been doing YouTube for 9 years, and this is the second time YouTube's reached out to me to be like, hey. And I go, it's funny, the only time that either of you guys have called me is to make money off of me, to ask me to work harder. I go, if I wanted to work more, I'll go down the street and start building a house. I'm trying to like theoretically like work less by doing what I enjoy and providing that experience to you of me overcoming my daily struggle, not to put myself under my covers and be like, this life's too much, you know? So yeah, it's I think I can see them gearing up on the YouTube front to like, they're about to like pull the trigger on some sort of weird new deal. So get ready, people. Get ready. But I'm telling you right now, you got to go to switching from Chrome to Mozilla is no answer. You got to go to DuckDuckGo, dude. DuckDuckGo or one of those. It's all the same. This is again where people haven't grasped. Everyone's like, Google this and Google that, as like they're capturing our information. Like, switch to like a different web browser. Like, they don't capture your information. Ask yourself who owns the satellites, dude. Like, everyone's like, let's switch to Bitcoin and blockchain. And I go, oh, yeah, okay, great. Sure. Who owns the satellites? Who owns the relay stations and the transmitters and all that stuff? You think that anything you do in the dark web or any of this stuff's not going into their control vehicle? Unless you're doing it in your own little weird bubble, like, everything goes through their hardware. Like, I don't think people truly grasp it. Your little like Bitcoin thing, it's not secure. It's secure in the blockchain concept of the ones and zeros or whatever, but it still has to go through the hardware for you to beam your Bitcoin to someone else and make your exchange. Has to go through their hardware. They control the hardware. So this whole weird thing of, I'm going to get on switch my browser, and if you want them not to track your stuff, you got to get off the grid, OTG, man, and throw your hardware in the water, dude. But if you're using the hardware, it doesn't matter what browser that's delusional thinking. It's lack of understanding that, and that's the trick. That's the electronic gulag model. It's like, here, dude, just pick a different cell. Pick a different cell within the prison. And that's what's going on. And that's what's so funny talking to this chick at YouTube. I was like, I'm not climbing I'm not going from the prison yard with the weight set and the baseball field and all the people hanging out into your little private cell. No, thank you, dude. No, I'm not going in there. Because basically what YouTube was offering was this. It's funny, it's clicking right now. Is you can leave the prison yard of YouTube, because let's say YouTube's just kind of a prison, because it sort of is. We've all chosen to be in the YouTube prison versus the open internet. And we're in the YouTube prison. And generally speaking, we're all in the common yard together. What YouTube offered me is like, hey, look, dude, there's a special cell over here. And the bars are made of, titanium, and they're shiny and nice. And you're going to be in there with your people, and we're going to serve you better food. And you get to be, but in order to be in our special prison, instead of you being able to freely run in the yard and be with all the people and do your thing out in the prison yard, you're going to have to work in our little special thing and do our little special assignments for you. And I'm like, kick rocks, lady. That's what they're offering by the BT dubs. She's like, you can growth and you can make all sorts of money and this and that. And I'm like, I'd rather not have your money. I'd rather not do that. How about that? How about I'd rather just straight up ask my audience to send me envelopes full of cash? Like, there you go. So yeah, this afternoon I'm turning off the membership thing, and and we're going from there. Because look, if you look at my analytics and all that stuff, I've vacillated all through. I remember the first time I demonetized my channel myself after during the. You go back in there, dude. It's you'll know the video by the title. I don't want to talk about it now because I don't want to get demonetized on this video. But so yeah, I've demonetized myself repeatedly, and then I remonetized my channel like 3 years ago because the audience was like, you should. And then now I just keep it monetized strictly for the algorithmic nature of the beast. Because I don't think people truly understand is like, if you don't monetize your channel, like it's what's a good analogy? It's basically having a yacht, a sailboat in the harbor, and you being like, I'm not going to put any sails on my boat, dude. Like I'm going to wait for the wind to blow my boat out of the berth, but I'm not going to put any canvas on my masts. So that's sort of what the thing is with the algorithm and the monetization. Like at the end of the day, like I don't think people understand is there's no money in YouTube monetization. Like I think it's 1/3 of a cent a view or something ridiculous. Where the value comes in is retention. If you sit and watch the video from start to finish, that's where that kicks into the thing. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and that's where I've struggled a little bit. That's why I've kind of been quiet on these live streams lately, and the whole thing is like trying to find my way as a dude who's like, what are my principles? What am I about as a human being? And like, yeah, realistically, nuts and bolts, like, yeah, I'm trying to sustain my end of my reality off of being a YouTuber, dude. But like at the end of the day, I'm doing it regardless. I don't care. I truly am in it on a big for other reasons, man. And that's what it is. So yeah, you know who you are, and I thank you. And those of you who don't, it's like, dude, there's links down below. You can You can, PayPal is probably like dollar for dollar, like PayPal is probably the way to go of ease. But I do prefer the envelopes of untraceable interest-bearing currencies are nice too. But look, if that's what this is all about, then I am a sellout. Look, I make my content because I enjoy it. I get enough emails every now and then where there's somebody out there who's been like, thank you for helping me like through a difficult day. And if that's all of the revenue I receive in this lifetime, I'm the richest dude on the planet, man. Because that's all, like, because when I got sober, dude, I couldn't help myself, man. I couldn't make myself have a good day. So if I can sit here in 2019 and there's somebody out there who watches one of these videos and like, you made my day better. Infinite wealth in that, man. And that's where, like, that's where the struggle comes from, is like trying to talk about this subject matter. Is it's a sticky thing because someone will always feel devalued in this conversation. The person who puts in a bunch of money might be like, well, wait a minute, like and the person who just sends the email might be like, I can't send in a bunch of money. And I'm trying to say is like, it comes from you in your heart, man. Like what you can do. Like you don't have to do anything. There's no rules. That's why I'm not going with this thing that they called me about today. No, I won't do that. I will not do that. I will not make special content on the side because you've joined no. That was never the intent of the membership thing anyhow. But now that I'm beginning to see the darker motives behind it, I'm pulling the plug on it. Yeah, and that's right there, man. That's going to cost me, X number of hundreds of dollars a month right off the bat. Like, so all those like, you're a sellout, dude. Ugh. Kick rocks, man. I'm going to pull the plug on like that right now, today, once I get off this live stream. And I don't do it for any sort of like, oh, poor me thing. I'm just like, no, man, like I see what's going on. I see what's going on. But I also, on the final thing is this. All these other content creators that are bitching and moaning about the demonetization thing, like, I watch a couple of these dudes are like, I can't say that or my video would be demonetized. Look, if you're monetizing your video to like make ad revenue, like that's lame too. It's nice. I enjoy that's nice. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. I get that, but that weird holding themselves hostage, like demonetize me. Go ahead. I'm not going to change. All I worry about is having my channel wiped out because I've got all my videos of Owl and stuff in there, like when he was a baby. Like I do worry about that. And I straight up told the chick that today. I was like, look, man, you want to get where it gets with me? It's like YouTube is highly unpredictable right now. And at any given moment, they could just delete my channel. And I don't really care about it on one level, but I go, but I got too much stuff to be moving to somewhere else. And then on the big theory of it all, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, does it like really matter? Like, I don't know, dude. Get a hard drive. Dude. Top feed, my hard drive's burned up in the fire, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just went through all that. Like, all of my hard drives burned up in the fire. Yeah, they weren't like, that's what I'm saying is like a bad water pipe break and it's all gone anyhow. Dude, an EMP and it's all gone anyhow. So if I'm really worried about my my content lasting into the next 1,000 years, I better start building a pyramid. You better start building a pyramid. So, that's where we're at with the thing. If you don't have 3 physical copies, yeah. Yeah, so well, yeah. And then it gets into the absurdity of like you spend more it's funny. So on just the now that we've moved out of that whole rigmarole, I was talking with my friend. She lost all her house burned down too, and she's on the optimistic thing about it. And we were talking about our boxes of pictures that burned up in the fires, and she's like, I was super bummed at first, and she was like, I've thought more about what was in that box of pictures than I ever opened it. And I was like, well, that's so trippy. I've been thinking I can see the pictures in my mind's eye, but you're right. Like, I had my box of pictures. They were up in my closet. I pull out the box of pictures. Not really, but I can see them all in my mind's eye now better than I could when I had them in a box. I think that's the trick of this human experience. And the truth that this is all just some sort of facsimile of reality all caught in our mind is it's all in here. It is all in here, but so we've chosen to give away our memories for storing them somewhere else. But I'll admit, I uploaded that video of Owl's first year video clips, and I was like, well, I hadn't really watched any of them in a long time. And I was like, oh my, look how much he's changed. That's amazing. It kind of freaked me out on a certain level. That's why I'm not one of those dudes to be like cruising down memory lane. Like, it kind of bummed me out on a level, not in a bad way, but I was like, oh, like, but all right, I was like, oh, that's like gone. Like, he's not a little baby anymore. Like the little toddler in the seat, like, I go, he's not that dude anymore. But what it made me do was fully focus in on the present. I've been super focused in on the present since even more so than I normally am, because I uploaded that 1 year video and I was like, oh, wow, that's how radical it changes. So I've been super just fully checking the bird out and not missing any opportunities, man. So when I'm working on getting the head bag channel going, dude. Like I said, I still haven't found my place to rant yet. That's what's holding me back. I almost did my first one. I still got a lot of plates up in the air. I've realized the Lego thing, the Lego channel is kind of coming together because it's pretty vanilla, if you will. In order for me to do the head bag thing, it's got to be a day when Owl's not, when Owl's at school, right? So when Owl's at school, that's my 4 hours to kind of take care of me stuff and do this and go ride the bike or go surf or whatever. And then in order to do the head bag thing, I got to go somewhere. I don't know where the people I rent from are about that kind of stuff. So, and in order to do the head bag thing, I got to go off the deep end. So I've been looking for a place sort of out, and I'm like, should I do it out in nature? I've been trying to figure it out. It's coming, man. It's definitely coming. And then there's been a part of me right now too that's been wow, there's a lot of balls moving out there in the geopolitical world that thanks, John. I just saw that you typed something up there. And so I've been sort of I've been sort of focusing on like, don't go there right now. Don't give it any energy. Like, and the whole concept of the headbanging thing is to be so over the top that it's not attached to the energy field of the doom and gloom. I'd sort of make fun of it. You ever see that one video the black dude does about the paying the bills thing, where he's like the government debt, and he's talking about how hot it is and paying the bills, and the government can't keep their heat on, and it's like 4 minutes long. It's funny. It's a really good video. It's sort of supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like fun, ranting, no holds bar. But what I realized, and where I've been a little bit stuck, is in order to get the content I need to get for that, it's a little bit serious right now. And there's a lot of things, and it's not that funny, if you know what I mean. There seems to be some balls up in the play. Like this thing, these freaky Democrats aren't that funny. When you really get to, like, it is in a sort of satirical sense, but like underneath it, I'm not that convinced that people are gonna like stand up for themselves. So I'm trying to find my space for the voice, the back in the head thing, dude. Green screen, outer space. I used to do all the green screen stuff too, dude. I've been through all the weird incarnations. I've given all of this stuff a shot, and I've really realized that the less I think about it, the better my content is. You know what I mean? The less like yesterday's mountain bike video, I got a kick out of it because like it was just straight up. The family's good, man. We got, 14-year-old teenager, dude. Like, if you know, man. It's hectic, dude. And the wife's good, and we're talking about, she wants to make some keto videos. She does all the keto stuff, and all that's moving along very, very nicely. But teenage girl, dude. Boy, oh boy, dude, that's action-packed. Ha, ha, dude, let me tell you, dude. 4-year-old Lego-obsessed child? Ha, dude. The bird. He's the easiest thing on this planet, man. I love the bird. Yeah, and look, so... Did you find your legs? Yeah. No, we're good, dude. We're fully on. It's coming up on a year since the house burned down, since the town burned down, and things are getting coordinated here. It's a lot. Like I said, it's been a fantastic journey. It's been a hectic year. It's exhausting on a level. And and trying to find my way in all these paths. So, like I said, I haven't said. I think I'm gonna switch over and do a live stream on the Lego channel. I got this random Lego set the other day just to do therapy on. It's the background of life can be stressful. There's a lot going on, but generally speaking, me personally as a human being, I'm in a great spot, man. My mental disposition is very, very, very well, and everything's good. You know what I mean? Like on that level. So there's that. Yeah, Lego is a mindfulness practice. You're right about that. That's all that matters, man. Yeah, everything's good, man. It's, It's just another day in the dream, dude. We're gonna keep doing what we do, and they're gonna keep doing what they do. And I look on the final note about the YouTube thing is intuitively, my intuition is always proven to be correct about how to negotiate the YouTube landscape, you know? So I know in a weird way, me disabling the membership things is the intuitive way to go. It's funny. On the final note, like I kind of was up the other night tossing and turning about it a little bit. Like and I was like, I'm pulling the plug on it. And today just convinced me that that's exactly the right move to do. So yeah, it's funny. It's right when the big clampdown came is right when the Lego videos started. And so, we're ducking and weaving in this day's landscape of YouTube shenanigans. Like, yeah, we got to duck and weave. I got to throw up enough Lego videos to cover some like real content. You get what I'm saying? Like the average bear needs to turn on the thing and be like, oh, this dude just makes videos about like Legos. Okay, like I'm out of here. Bye. And then we can really talk about what we want on the backside. You know what I mean? It's like that. It is like 1936 spaceship Earth, dude. Like curated content is becoming the norm. What do you mean curated content? What does that mean? Almighty what does curated content mean? I'm curious. It's like curated. I know what they tell you what to make. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah. No, I'm not. No. Mm-mm. No. Because at the end, I don't think people truly like. On the final note here, Mel. Like, I'm like a true liberal. Like, I'm very conservative about certain aspects of my life. For me, I'm like a libertarian liberal. And other aspects, I'm like, live your life, do your thing, just stay out of my world. And that concept right there has somehow been pushed over into I'm a right winger. And that trips me out. So it's funny because I've been, like I was talking about it this other day, I started watching the Tim Pool stuff out, and whatever you want about Tim Pool, it's not the point. Why I've really started watching him is that dude over the course of since the Jack Dorsey interview, when I first heard of him, has stuck to his like, I'm just a vanilla fence sitter, middle of the road fence sitter guy. And I've been watching that dude get more and more pissed. Like, go check out Tim Pool's videos today versus Tim Pool's videos 4 months ago. That dude's he's becoming radicalized in the sense of he's like me. He's another dude who's like all about live and let live and about exploring the differences of our perception and experiences as human beings to try to find middle ground. And that dude's being like, what is going on here? And it's at a certain point, like the pendulum's going to swing back the other way. And I have to be like realistic is when that pendulum swings back the other way. It's not, I'm more worried about the swing back than the swing out. Like these social justice warriors are pushing a lot of people. And when it swings back, I don't know. And I'm watching people that as a person, like I struggle with it. I struggle with the concept of being able to freely talk about ideas and being pushed. And like the pushback I got on that goofy AOC video, like me parroting something, like straight up just having fun. Like the people that hate really hate nowadays. And it's trippy where this hatred's coming from, dude. And because I, as a dude, like, even at my most crazy tree hugger angry, dude, like, the underlying principle was like to not have that energy inside of me, dude. Like, save that when someone's trying to like attack you in line at the supermarket. You know what I mean? Like steal your money out of your pocket or mug you or something. So it's this weird thing now where like I've been fascinated on the Tim Pool thing because I'm watching a total vanilla dude. That dude politically and culturally is super vanilla. And that dude's getting pissed. And I'm like, wow, they've got Tim Pool getting annoyed, man. Like and so when that pushback comes, when the pendulum swings the other way, you worry that like these middle of the road people are gonna be like, sorry, dude, you're out, man. And that's how they do it. That's how the psychological masterminds work. That's how they did it in 1936, dude. They let the push go so far one direction. When the pendulum came back the other way, it just wholesale just took everyone out, man. So I sit there. I worry about these kind of things as a rational human being. I worry about this identity politics and this censorship thing and watching it happen in my own little teeny YouTube universe. That's what I was telling Miguel today on the YouTube thing. I was like, dude, this YouTube censorship thing's is doing everyone a disservice. But enough with this whole thing. It's time. Let's get outside. Let's go live our lives. Let's use the name tags. Let's be kind to each other. And let's not us against them. Let's we all folk. Let's all like just treat each other with some kindness and love and the difference to be the right to be different, man, and allow people to have diverging points of view. I know that's a very like right-wing point of view, but that's how crazy it's gotten, dude. Love your fellow man is now viewed as right-wing propaganda. 2019, baby. Anyway, this is The Illusion. Hey, look, on a serious note, or not serious, I don't know. Links down below. The membership plug's getting pulled this afternoon, so just that'll be that. And support the channel however you feel fit. There's an address down below. There's a PayPal link. Don't bother with the Patreon, dude. That dude's a kook too. And yeah, whatever, man. Do what your heart feels, dude. And remember, look, if you can do anything in my name for me, you want to do anything that's to support this channel, just go be nice to the cashiers today. Just go be nice to the person at the gas station or the bank teller or the person bagging your groceries or whatever it is. That's the payment. Pass it on, man. If we can do that, we can make the world, that's the ground floor, making the world a better place. All right. So use the name tags. All right. Hey, everyone, have a beautiful day. Thanks for being here. And we will be checking back in here real soon, man. And go to the subscribe to the Lego channel, man. That one's straight. Like, let's make that one happen. That's so PC vanilla, just father, son putting Legos together, right? All right. Have a good one.